Hey y'all, it's Key, and in this video I'm going to tell you how to darken your hair the natural way, and you can do this by using henna and indigo. Now this process can take a couple of days to do, but I do mine in about 5 hours, and let me show you how. So y'all, I just had a birthday and I am now in my late 30s. Okay, I'm gonna get used to saying that. It's gonna happen, but it hasn't happened yet. And I'll tell you something that I haven't gotten used to in addition to being in my late 30s, and that's going gray. I don't think gray is cool, at least not yet. I'm not ready yet. And I like to wear beanie caps on a pretty regular basis, but look at this foolishness right here. Look at this, look how disrespectful my hair is being to me. That's not hot. So let me show you a couple of the grays I have in the front. Gray is not just gray, but it is wiry. You know, the hairs are thicker, they stick straight out. They just all out and about, honey, just taking up space, and they gotta go. I see them every time I part my hair. There'll just be one that'll just be like, hello, here I am. The first step to a good henna application is a clean head of hair. So I am going to wash my hair with a shampoo, and then I'll be back to apply the henna. Now, I've already shown you guys in another video how I apply my henna, and I'm gonna follow that same process. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it below, so please check it out. And I'm gonna show you what I put in my henna, how I prep for my henna, how I apply it, how I rinse it. All that good stuff is gonna be in that video, so check it out. So let me go take care of that whole process, and I'll be back. Now my hair is all clean and it's ready to be hennaed. Now, because you've watched my previous video, at least I hope you have, you already know what's inside my henna mixture. And when I make my henna mixture, you remember that it makes enough for 2 or 3 applications. And so what I always do after the first application is I freeze the rest. And so this has been in my freezer for the last 4 or 5 months since I last did a henna treatment. Y'all, I love Henna Sook. That is where I buy my henna products from. I've tried other companies, but they are the best. They give the best details. Their instructions are very thorough. They tell you how much you need, how to mix it, and everything. So, you know, once you read your directions and you feel confident, then go ahead and protect your surfaces, your floors, your counters, and your hands. Now, about 10 minutes have gone by since I started applying my henna. But once I get to the front of my head, I get a little bit more careful. I don't do those rough, parts anymore where I'm just sort of grabbing large sections, because this front part is where all the disrespect is happening. And I want to make sure I don't miss a single hair. So in the front, I do use my rat tail comb to help me with parting so that I can have smaller sections. That's one thing I like about doing it with my fingers. I can really watch exactly where each bit of product goes. Okay. So my roots are covered. And so now it's smooshing time. Now the next thing to do, y'all, is to take any leftover henna and just smooth it into the ends of your hair. You can just use your fingers like a paintbrush. Now be aware that this can change your curl pattern. henna for some. I use henna because it conditions my hair and it makes it nice and shiny. It also helps get rid of the disrespect we talked about earlier. It makes my hair thicker, and I am a fine haired natural, so I use it for those purposes, but it also can change your curl pattern. It has not done that for me, but just be aware of that. And if you're concerned about it, then just put it on your roots and do that every single time. The process from here is for me to leave this on my hair for 2 hours. So I'm gonna go handle some business. And among those items that I need to do in the next 2 hours is finishing a book for my book club. So I'm gonna sit under the dryer for about half an hour and read. And that's gonna help the henna penetrate into my hair as well. So I will see you guys when it's rinse time. This will cling to the henna. So the henna must be done first. Indigo will not stick to your hair naturally without that henna. So it's time for this step in the process. And you can go straight from the henna right into indigo. Some people wait until the next day, but I don't. And let me show you the bag that I got. I ordered my henna and my indigo both from Henna. I love them. They have wonderful customer service. I ordered this on a Wednesday afternoon, and I had it Saturday morning in my mailbox. So they ship very, very quickly, which is fantastic. Let me tell you one thing. Henna you can make in advance. As a matter of fact, I do. I make mine at least the day before. I let it develop in the bowl so that it doesn't have to sit on my hair very long. You can freeze henna, you know, you can use it over and over again with it, and it'll still stay good. Indigo is a different story though. Indigo does not keep. You have to mix it right before you use it. And so since I know this is going to be in my hair for another 15 minutes, I figure let me go make my indigo now so that my indigo will be ready to go when I have finished all my rinsing. So I'm going to go downstairs and mix it now. Following the directions that I got from Henna, there's a couple of things that I have out on my counter. One is, of course, my bag of indigo, which is sealed. I also have some salt and a couple of glass containers. You do not want to mix indigo or henna using metal. They don't get along well together. So try to use glass or plastic if possible. The manufacturer's date is really important. I mean, indigo and henna are powders, and you want to make sure that they are still fresh. So always check your date to make sure that you've gotten a good product. You notice the bright green color of the indigo. The reason that I'm doing it about 15 minutes before I need it is so it can darken. You need a teaspoon of salt as well as some warm water. And you're just going to keep adding enough water until you feel like you've got a good consistency. It's not going to be super, super wet. It's going to be sort of like mashed potato in consistency. But yeah, when you first start stirring it, you'll notice that it's still that kind of chalky green color. But by the time it develops 15 or 20 minutes later, it is very, very dark. And that's all there is to it. Now I used two things to remove my henna. One was lots of warm water and also a cheapy conditioner. I'll talk about this a little later. Now it's time to go straight into the indigo process. And my indigo is all put together. It's dark green and it is ready to be applied. Y'all, I am at the halfway point, and I want to say, although I'm following the same process to apply as I did with the henna, indigo does not apply like henna at all. It is just, I mean, look at my hands. Look at that. It's sort of crumbly feeling. It doesn't, I mean, henna is like a smooth paste going into your hair. It's real easy to smooth. This is just sort of like breaking up around me. I have pieces on my toes right now. I have pieces on my thighs, in my eyebrows. It does not apply as smoothly. Please, please don't wear pants when you apply indigo. Look at that. Look how it's falling out. However, we're gonna rock with this mess, aren't we? Because gray be gone. All right, so my head is all coated. I am now a green-headed monster, and my strands are being deepened from the natural sort of reddish brown I have into a jet black. Now I'm just gonna tie my hair up in a plastic cap and let it rest for a couple of hours. Now when you take your gloves off, please be super, super careful. Look at this foolishness down my arms, honey. Now you know that is a mess. So just be really, really careful so you don't stain, you know, everything that's important in your life. I'm back. Now, the indigo sat in my hair for 2 hours, and then I did a wash. First, I did my dunk session just like I did with the henna. I did the double conditioner rinse with the herbal essences. Once again, I had never used that product before. Y'all, it has the best slip. I mean, I was just finger detangling my way through that whole process. It was just, my fingers were just sliding through. It was wonderful. But the rinsing is more difficult. I can tell you that right now with indigo. It doesn't rinse out. It's just not as smooth as henna. But yeah, indigo is a lot more difficult to put in and to get out. But I want to tell you, I don't see any brown anywhere. I mean, my hair is black, 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 black. I just wanted to give y'all a quick before shot of my natural hair, including the grays. And this is my hair about a week after I did the henna. Notice how dark it is. It's got great natural shine. I love the Henndigo process. You should try it. Let me know if you do, and let me know how it works for you. Now, in my next video, I'm going to show you this protective style. It is super cute and very easy. Bye, y'all. Thanks for watching.